Welcome. As per our last video is that from the calculator functions we move on to numerical methods. As we can see is that numerical method comes in when we have like the root of 4. We all know that 2 times 2 equals to 4, therefore the square root, the root of 4 is 2. Well, again, we all know that the square root of 9 can only be 3 because 3 times 3 equals to 9. So where does numerical methods comes in? Numerical methods comes in, as we shall see, on different methods of numeric that falls under numerical methods. The first one, today being our introduction to numerical methods, is that let us discuss on an example. What will be the square root of 5? The square root of 5 can only be approximated. By approximation, we say the square root of 5 lies between the square root of 5, which is the root of 5, can only lie between 2 and 3. And how we can also see this by different. So let's equate the square root of 5 to be equals to x. Therefore, if you square on both sides, x squared equals to 5. And if x squared equals to 5, therefore x squared minus 5 can be equals to 0, of which we can let it to be a function of x equals to x squared minus 5, which forms a polynomial which tends to be quadratic. So this one is a quadratic. So therefore it has 2 roots, just like the normal one, it has 2 roots. So if we go ahead and try to trace our polynomial by using a table of function x to f of x, which is equals to x squared minus 5. In this case, if we take an interval of minus 3 squared is 9 minus 5 is 4, while minus 2 gives us minus 2 squared becomes what, which is minus 1. This one is positive 4 minus 1. While we go to minus 1 squared gives us minus 4. 0 gives us minus 5. 1 gives us 1 squared minus 5, which is again minus 4. And lastly, but not the least, 2 squared equals to minus 1. As you can see, it's either a positive curve or a negative curve. It is 3 squared brings us back to 4. So therefore, if we are to draw the following, as you can see, this is our quadratic equation, this is our table of function. If you are to draw, of which I had done initially, if you are to draw the curve for this equation, we can be able to notice that if you are to trace our function, as we can see by just sketching, it is a sketch, is that it runs from positive 4 to, as we have seen in this table of function, even in this table of function, as you can see, you can use the calculator as we had done initially, is that the curve, our curve is as follows. That is our curve. So our root either falls between 2 and 3 or minus 2 and 3. But in our case, we are talking of a positive 5, as we had initially done, is that we are talking of a positive 5, the square root of 5, which can only be given by x squared minus 5, which is a quadratic. Therefore, by numerical method, by approximation, the square root of 5 lies between 2 and 3. And in this case, in our next lesson, we shall see how we go about using 2 and 3 in finding the root of 5 by various methods. The method we shall be talking under this subtopic, under this, the next look at the next video, we'll be looking at iterative methods, the iterative methods. Thank you for watching. Keep on subscribing as we shall continue discussing on more of these videos for your own revision.